All right, guys, welcome to today's lesson on literal and non-literal language. First, we're going to start off with what is literal language. Okay, literal is when something is literal. The words mean exactly what they say. So, an example, if your friend said, "I'm tired and I want to go home," you would know exactly what he meant. Okay? He means he's tired and he wants to go home. That's literal language. Okay? It means it's literal because it means what it says. Now, non-literal is when something is non-literal, the words mean something other than what they say. So, it's easy to tell if something is non-literal. Just ask yourself if it would really happen. So if you're trying to decide if something is literal, non-literal, if you ask yourself this question, okay, could it really happen? Okay, that's going to tell you if it's literal or non-literal. So an example, if your friend said, "I'll start studying when pigs fly," you know that pigs will never start flying. So your friend just means that he'll never start studying, and he is comparing it to something else that'll never happen, which is pigs flying. So here's a little practice game. Okay, what's the meaning? So my book weighs a ton. Okay, what's the meaning of that? My books are heavy. B, my books are new. Or C, my books weigh a ton. Okay, we say A, okay, which is non-literal because you couldn't carry 2,000 pounds of books. My brother is mule-headed. Does that mean he was raised on a farm? B, he eats grass? Or C, he is stubborn? What do you think? Okay, it's C. Again, it's non-literal, and it compares him to a mule because we talked about, I think in Cinderella's Very Bad Day, they talk about a mule, and we talked about how mules are stubborn animals. So my brother is mule-headed, so you could say my brother is stubborn. It's the non-literal meaning of just saying, my brother is stubborn. You need to shake a leg if you want to get to the movies on time. Okay, what does that mean? A, actually shake your leg. B, move faster. Or C, are you going to do a new dance? Okay, actually, B. So it's non-literal because shaking your leg wouldn't help you actually get to the movies. Okay, but moving a little faster would. You are an open book. What does it mean? A, you're an open book. B, you like to read. Or C, it's easy to tell what's on your mind. Answer C. It's non-literal again. You could read an open book just like you can read this person's face. Let's chill out together this weekend. What does that mean? A, play in the snow together. B, spend time together. Or C, eat popsicles together. Okay, what do you think? Okay, it's B, spend time together. Okay, so it's again non-literal, to chill out. Okay, usually we think of that as to relax or to spend time together. Ben's head was spinning during math class today. Okay, could that really happen? Could you actually see somebody's head physically spin? No. So we know that's non-literal. So does it A, he couldn't understand the lesson. B, his head started to spin. Or C, he was really dizzy. Right? It's A. He couldn't understand the math lesson. His head was just spinning. Like, what's going on? I don't understand. Okay, it's non-literal because you're, like I said just before, your head cannot literally spin. So here's another game. Here's where we have to decide which, if it's A or B, which one is the non-literal sentence. So is it A, this non-literal, Sarah always bends over backwards to help her friends? Or is it B, Sarah always bends over backwards on the playground? Well, I know from the beginning of this lesson that literal is something that can happen. So if I look down here and I think of B, Sarah always bends over backwards on the playground. Well, maybe on the playground she bends over backwards. Maybe she's doing back bends. Okay, so let's look at A. Sarah always bends over backwards to help her friends. I don't really think you can bend over backwards. I don't think that helps your friends. So let's see which one is the non-literal. You must make a selection. Oh, I think it's A. Maybe she goes out of her way to help. Which is non-literal? Fluffy was in the doghouse when it rained. Or B, my dad was in the doghouse after he forgot mom's birthday gift. Which one's non-literal? So which one can't necessarily really happen? Let's see. Okay, literal was my mom was upset with dad. So my dad was in the doghouse after he forgot mom's birthday gift. Okay, which is non-literal? I opened up a can of worms when I asked why he missed school yesterday. Or B, Mike grabbed his fishing rod and opened a can of worms. Which one do you think it is? Okay, top one. Okay, is A. I opened up a can of worms when I asked why he missed school yesterday. Literally, okay, meaning he made the situation worse by opening up that can of worms. A. Destiny had ants in her pants right before the big test. Or B. Martin had ants in his pants after walking through the woods. So which one's non-literal? Okay. Destiny had ants in her pants right before a big test. Okay. Not really going to happen. You could get ants in your pants walking through the woods, but not right. We usually like right before a test. So it means, okay, Destiny having ants in her pants means that she was just nervous. Okay, next one. A. I waited for Josh to bring home the bacon so I could make breakfast. Or B. Mom is the one who brings home the bacon in my family. Okay, so non-literal is B. Okay, mom is the one who brings home the bacon in my family. And it means mom earns money to support us. Sometimes they say bringing home the bacon is like what they say here is the one that brings home the money. Okay, A. We are going to have a ball today because the teacher is absent. Woohoo. Okay, or B. The prince will have a ball and invite everyone. Which one is non-literal? Well, I know a prince can have a ball and he can invite everybody. So if I had to go with non-literal for me, I would say I think it's going to be A. Let's see if I am. Okay, so we are going to have a ball today because the teacher's absent. Okay, what it literally means is we're going to have a lot of fun. Okay, because the teacher's absent. So that ends this lesson. Underneath this assignment, I have 2 pages of work with literal and non-literal sayings and matchings. If you guys will go ahead and complete those 2 assignments, turn them in for a grade, and I will see you guys at afternoon meeting.